Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine and healthy. So, students, because of this pandemic situation, we are staying at home. We cannot go outside, so we have started online classes. So, for class 8 students from geography portion, you need only one chapter for PT1, that is resources. So, today I am going to start about your first chapter, resources. So in this chapter, first we will discuss what are resources, the basics of resources. So first, what is resources? Anything that satisfies human needs is called a resource. So anything that can be used to satisfy a need is called a resource. For example, water. Water is a resource because we use water. Similarly, I can say electricity, vehicles, textbook, vegetables, fruits. All these are resources because we use them in our daily life in one way or the other. So on the other hand, anything which has some utility or usability for us, we classify them as a resource. For example, the water. The water we drink for thirsty, and it is our need as it is essential for us to live on earth. We use it to cook our food, for washing and bathing, and many other things. Next, electricity. We use it to light our homes, to run the electrical appliances. So appliances means instrument or device. Vehicles. We use vehicles to transport us and our goods, like rickshaw. You use to get home from schools or anywhere. Textbook. We use them for studies and to get knowledge. Next, vegetables, fruits and flowers. We use vegetables and fruits. We need vegetables and fruits for our food and flowers to beautify our homes. So now, water, electricity, vehicles, textbook, vegetables, fruits and flowers all have something in common. We know that they all are separate things, but what is it that is common in between all of these? So they are nothing but utility, which means we use them. We don't just keep it with ourselves, we use them. Now how you use it, that's a whole different thing. What we have concern about it is we use these things. We don't just keep it in stock. Therefore, utility and usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. Now we will discuss about value of resources. So now the thing is that how does something become resource? What it means is, for example, if I give you electricity and you don't know how to use it, then how do you turn them into resource? You go to school to learn and you learn something. But if you are not told how to apply that knowledge, then how do you make that knowledge into converse, into resource? So that is a big question. To answer this question, always remember things become resources only when they have a value. And all resources have some value, and value means worth. So it's valuable for us in one way or the other. Can you imagine a life without water? Can you imagine a life without forest? Similarly, this value, which is a worth of a resource, can be classified either economic value or aesthetic value. So what is the meaning of economic value? Economic value refers to the value which is associated with the benefit, the object or commodity, its price, profit, etc. So it means some resources can be bought or sold or can be used to make things that can be bought or sold. For example, crops, minerals, metal, etc. have an economic value. You don't get it for free, and the reason you don't get it free because you use these resources to make important things. On the other hand, aesthetic value. Aesthetic value refers to the value which is generally based on the appearances or beauty of the object or commodity and the emotional response associated with it. So, aesthetic value, it means value that add to its beauty or natural surrounding. Example, mountains, desert, etc. So again, some resources may have both an economic as well as aesthetic value. For example, tree. Trees have aesthetic value because they add the beauty around the earth. Or I can say trees also have an economic importance because they provide us oxygen, foods, vegetable. And another example is flowers. Flowers have an aesthetic value at home, but when a florist sells them in the market, they acquire an economic value. Now, how does a substance become a resource? A substance can be changed into resources by two very important factors, time and technology, which is the application of latest knowledge and skill in doing or making things. So when time and technology we convert, or we can say incorporation of time and technology, a substance can become a resource. For example, discovery of fire. How does discovery of fire help us? Discovery of fire, when initially started, no one knew the use for it. However, now it's used for cooking, it's used for burning, it's used for fossil fuels. Similarly, wheel. The invention of wheel, it was discovered, no one knew that it could become a part of day-to-day life. Nowadays, wheels are used for most of the transportation vehicles that we use. Again, water. Water has been used to convert it into electricity, and we have hydroelectricity power generation which is available from water. So every substance with given time and technology has capacity to convert into a resource.